everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. It was one of my very, very favorite weekends of the year this weekend. It was the Ranger warehouse sale. One of the many reasons why I love being a Jersey girl. As most of you already know, they open their warehouse up one Saturday a year from 9 to 2, and they have tables set up with overstock or discontinued items or whatever, and you go in there and they give you a 5-gallon bucket and you can fill up as many buckets as you want, and you pay by the pound. It's $6 a pound. I've gone the past 3 years. The first couple I went way overboard, and the past two I've kind of, reined myself in there a little and not gotten as much stuff. This time I kind of focused on getting things that I either really use a lot or that I don't have, or I was trying to complete sets of things that I already have. I spent $66. Originally I had, I think, 15 or 16 pounds in my bucket. But then I went to a table, my mom and I went to a table and kind of sorted through our stuff and took out either doubles or triples or things we just didn't need and put it aside so that other people could take them. So it was a lot of fun. It was a little cold waiting outside. But I finally got to meet Jackie, Scrappin' Latina. Hi, Jackie. It was so good to meet you, finally. We've been trying to meet each other for the past, 3 or 4 years now, and we finally did. So it was good to see her, and like she said in her video, if any of you saw it, some of the people there were really rude, and they were really obnoxious. My mom and I were going through our stuff in our buckets, and they don't have any product in buckets. The buckets are strictly for shoppers. So obviously, if we're looking through buckets, we're looking through our stuff. And this woman was hovering over my mother, and my mom was kind of annoyed, and then she moved over and she's hovering over me, looking over my shoulder, and I finally just turned my head and looked at her and I said, "Excuse me, these are our buckets and this is our stuff." "Oh, I didn't know that." I'm like, okay. And then, people were just grabbing tons of things or just piling as much as they could in their bucket without even really looking at it. It was nuts. At one point on a back table they had all this vintage stuff, like the little embossing folders for metal and some of the metal pieces, which can be pretty pricey, and my mom makes jewelry, so we went back there and I'm like, "Oh, Ma, look, they have all this vintage stuff." Well, I didn't realize that until one of the employees told me. We were looking at them and I was trying to get, just the single embossing folders, like one of each. I didn't want to just dump them all in my bucket. And this employee came over, she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." She goes, "They're all empty." And I turned him over and looked at him, and all the packages were empty. These women, now you pay by the pound, but the packaging weighs like nothing. These women were so cheap and so obnoxious. They were ripping the packages open, taking the embossing folders and the metal pieces out and throwing them in their bucket and leaving trash all over the table. And so we went back there and then realized there was nothing in it. So I was really, really disappointed with the behavior of some of the people there. But anyway, enough of me going on and on and on. I'm going to show you guys stuff. And if you are tuning in for an eBay video, this is not an eBay video, so you can turn me off right now. Okay, first up, like I said, all this cost me $66, which is crazy good. I got some perfect medium and a perfect medium pen. I always kind of grab one of those if I see them. These were in the back, when we were getting ready to check out. This is like a half sheet of rub-ons, but I just like the pattern, so I grabbed those. And it's kind of a crapshoot. It's always a crapshoot when you go there. They open boxes as you're shopping, and some boxes have a lot of the stuff that's already on the tables, And then they might open one small box and it has something really good in it. And unless you're standing right there, you're not going to get it. Like I saw a couple people, they got Ranger heat guns. I was green with envy over that because I would really love to get one of those. But, you know, maybe next year. But I'm sure I got a lot of stuff that other people didn't get. So I'm never going to complain at all about what I get at the Ranger sale because it's all fantastic. I got some Claudine Helmuth foam stamps. I'm not a huge Claudine Helmuth fan. I'm not crazy about her style. I do love her paints and her matte medium and all that. But I did like these, you know, for art journaling and stuff because they're just basic shapes pretty much. So I got this one called Doodles. Got this one called Decor. And I got this one with the dress form. And the bird's called Domestic. And now I'm dropping stuff on the floor. I got some pens. Most of these are Adirondack pens. There's Wild Plum, Red Pepper, Bottle. You know, they coordinate with the color washes and the Adirondack ink pads. I think there's Butterscotch. Yeah, so got some of those. And then I was able to score some distress markers. I got Spiced Marmalade, Fired Brick, which I didn't already have, Black Soot, and Mustard Seed. I got some more of these collage glue sticks because out of everything I got last year, these were the things that I used the most. So I got 3 more packs of those. I could have gotten a lot more, but I knew I wouldn't use them all, and you know, you gotta leave some for everybody else. Let's see. Oh, I was really happy to get these because these have been on my wish list for a long time. These bottles of beeswax. These are the clear, or I guess you would also call them the natural color. But I got these. I actually got 4. So that was a good score. These were just floating around in a bin somewhere, these little nibs. So since I didn't have any of those in my stash, I had to throw those in the bucket. Most of this stuff I already kind of separated it, so it's easier to show you guys in little Ziploc bags. This is a whole bag of little bottles of matte medium, and I also got a couple sepia accents. And then also floating around in here is a vintage patina in marble. I had a lot of the colors of vintage glazes in my bucket because there were a lot of them there. And then after I thought about it, I knew that I probably wouldn't use them. So I put them all back for other people. You know, maybe next year, if I start doing anything with metal and they have them again, I'll pick some up. But I really didn't need them. This is another kind of random bag. I scored a big jar of matte medium, which I was really happy about because I do use this a lot also. A pitch black paint dabber. This is the one and only bottle of, or color of Delusions I could find. It was actually a pack of 3, but I opened it and just took the one and left the other 2. Got a re-inker in Shaded Lilac for distressing. And then 2 containers of Forever Green Perfect Pearls. Then I was able to score a whole big bag of distress stains. Well, they didn't come in the bag, but these are all the colors I scored. And most of them, some I already do have, but I did get a lot that I didn't already have. I got Dusty Concord, Pine Needles, Scattered Straw. I did not have Pine Needles and Scattered Straw. Crushed Olive, which I didn't have before. Brushed Corduroy, which I didn't have. Worn Lipstick, which I may not have had that either. I did have a Spun Sugar, so that's a double. Some Walnut Stain. Broken China, Fired Brick. Did I get 2 of those? Oh no, I didn't. fired brick, and then I got 2 picket fences because I love this color. And when I first walked into the building, I went towards the back because they tend to put a lot of the good stuff in the back of the room because that's where the employees are always kind of coming up out of nowhere with a magic box, and they'll open it and there's all these goodies inside of it. So I went back there first, and there was a whole rack of Perfect Pearls mists, and I think except for one color I got all colors that I didn't already have. So I got some Interference Red, Perfect Copper, Forever Green, let's see, Sunflower Sparkle, Forever Red, Heirloom Gold, which I think I have, and Forever Blue. So that was another one I was really happy about because these are gorgeous on black paper, and I'm a big Perfect Pearls fanatic. Then I also got some distress paint. Yay! Most of these colors I think I already have, but it gets a little crazy in there, and you don't have the time or the room sometimes to either look at a list or, like, I had my Tim Holtz app, but I got a new phone in the past few months and I didn't have it all set up with all the colors I had, so I had to just kind of wing it. So I ended up getting peeled paint, fired brick, which I don't think I had, antique linen, which is a new color that I didn't have, or not a new color, just one I didn't already have, broken china, seedless preserves, wild honey, and another broken china because that's one of my favorite colors. And last but not least is all the inks. They put a lot of Adirondack ink out just as my mom and I were in line to check out. Unfortunately, they opened it right next to us. So I got this one in eggplant just because I love purple, so I had to have that. And then they also put some archival ink out. And in the past, I'm not a big earth tone fan, and most of the colors I've gotten in the past are, you know, like mustard, banana, library green, sepia, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, can you please put out some brighter colors? So I finally scored some brighter colors this year. Well, this one is more of an earth tone, but I got this one because it's one of Wendy Vecchi's new ones that just came out this year in Orange Blossom. Then I got some manganese blue, some magenta hue, which is a really pretty pink, although it is a little leaky, but that is one of the chances you take when you go to a Ranger sale. They even have boxes of latex gloves on the tables if you want to put them on, because sometimes, depending on, you know, you stick your hand in a box and it comes out just covered with ink because something opened or was leaking a little bit. But I got some blue violet, which is another really pretty color, aquamarine, and I finally scored a jet black. In all the years I've gone, I've never been able to get a jet black pad. I have one, you know, that I bought at the store, but finally got one at the sale as a backup because that's one that I use all the time. And then I was really happy because I did have a couple of these from past sales that I went to, but now I finally have an entire set of Jenny Bolin ink. At least I think it's an entire set. There's 15 colors. And I think that's all that she put out. But these are really pretty. I got Seed Packet, which is like a Christmassy green. Speckled Egg, it's kind of a turquoisey light blue color. Chewing Gum is definitely a bubblegum pink. And I did stamp with these, and they stamp really nice. I should have brought that color chart in, but I forgot. Fountain Pen is a jet black. Cough Syrup is like a Christmassy red. Chicken Feed is orange. Brown Sugar is obviously brown. Soap powder is kind of like a sky blue. And now this cap is stuck under here. Lemon drops is a real pretty yellow color. Chili powder is a deep red, and it really does look exactly like the color of chili powder. Lavender sachet, this is one of my favorites. This real pretty soft purple. Stick candy is a lighter green color. Weather vane, it looks a little bluish, but it's actually gray. Then spice tin is a nice navy blue, and then malted milk is kind of like a tan. I got all those, and they stamp great. So that's the other thing with the Ranger sale. Sometimes you get things, and then you get home, and they might be a little dried up, or they don't, you know, work like you think they would. But like I said, that's another chance you take. The majority of things are in fantastic, you know, brand new condition. But every once in a while, you get something that is a little off. But like I said, I'll never complain about all the goodies I get there. And then I also got 10 out of 15 colors of reinkers for all my Jenny Bolin ink pads. And then they also had paint dabbers to match. I got chili powder and spice tin. They did have a lot more there later. My mom and I went back around 1 o'clock. It was dead then. We were just looking to see if they had any like really good new stuff they brought out. And they did have some more colors of these paint dabbers, but I didn't grab any because, as you can see, I got enough stuff. So we had a really good day. After that, we went to AC Moore, and I scored some stuff. I'm going to make another video. My last kind of garage sale, crafty video, and some new goodies. So you guys will see what I got from AC Moore in that next video. We went to Joann's, we went to Marshall's. So we had a really good day. And then I had to rush back and take my daughter to a Halloween party at our grocery store. So it was a long day. And then yesterday we had her 8th belated birthday party with a lot of very excited 8-year-old girls. And it was a swimming party, like a big inflatable obstacle course thing. So I'm exhausted just from watching that. But that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and if you guys are ever in New Jersey in September or October, you know, get your butt to the Ranger sale. Unfortunately, they only announce it like 2 weeks before they're going to do it. So, you know, it's a little too close for people out of state to kind of schedule things if they want to schedule flights and all that. You know, and they don't do it at exactly the same time every year, so it's tough if you live far away. But if you're ever here when they do it, I highly recommend coming down and shopping. So that's it. I will talk to y'all soon, and have a great day.